What's up, Cancer? How are you guys doing? It's time for your weekly check-in. We're going to see what's going on with you guys for the 4th week of October. Now, I do have an important announcement to make. I'll make it as quick as possible. First, if you need a personal reading, you can go straight to my website if you want, tarotwithrich.com. I have a link for that right down here in the description of this video. But the important announcement is this Saturday, October 18th, is going to be our last round of weekly live readings. Okay, we're stepping back and taking a big old break after this weekend. So for those of you who have been with me for many years here on YouTube, we're going back to the way we used to do it. I don't know why this year we decided to just go hard, strong, and consistent every single weekend. We've been doing that since fucking February, dude. That's insane. We haven't done that since 2020. So we're going back to the way it used to be, where we might only do it a couple of times a year for like a special occasion or something like that, you know. We got to step back and take a big old break, okay? So yeah, if you're new to my channel and you're wondering how to get a $22 reading, you can read up about it on my website. The link is in the description. If you've been with me on YouTube and you've thought about it and considered it, this would be the time to do it because it's going bye-bye, okay? You can pre-order anytime. We still have a pretty small list of pre-orders right now. So the ones that come in first get read first. And remember, the video will still remain on this channel permanently. So you can come back to it anytime you want. Go to the comments and click your name or whatever name you choose to go by and go straight to your reading, okay? It'll be timestamped in the comments. All right, let's jump into this. You can read up about everything else I have in the description. All right, let's see what we got here. How's the energy looking? As soon as I find a deck that'll talk to me, hang on. How's the energy looking for Cancer and the person they're dealing with? October week 4, 2025. Yep, here we go. Okay. Cancer, October week 4. Woo-hoo! Looks like you and this person connected, or somebody wants to. Hang on. Before I speak, let me see what comes through. Woo, 5 of Wands reversed. 2 of Cups. This looks like y'all coming together, connecting and clearing the air. Uh-oh, 3 of Swords, though. Okay. Well, it doesn't really look like a lot of forward movements happening here. It don't. And we got that Lover's card there. Oh, shit. Kind of feels like there might be a third party jammed in the mix here. So while this is an incredibly intense connection, something is creating a blockage. And this is just kind of not really going anywhere. I feel like y'all are clearing the air, but it's not really going anywhere. So it's going to start getting even heavier. I think this is probably going to turn into more of a burden than it was before the two of you came together. You know? Get your hopes up real high, and then things stall, and then it starts getting heavier and heavier. Yeah, no decision is being made as far as where this is going. And it's eating you alive. Okay, well, this is a cliffhanger here. With this Hangman, 2 of Swords. And then 10 of Wands, 9 of Swords. This is a cliffhanger. And it doesn't look like it's alleviating any worry or stress. It looks like it's making it worse, honestly. All right, some of y'all dealing with an Aries. I also have Taurus, Gemini. Could be anybody. Those are just energies. All right, let's see how they feel about you. How they be feeling about you? What's their true intentions? What's their energy look like in general? What kind of person are they? Oops. Okay, Eight of Pentacles reversed. Oh. I don't know if they want to work on this, honestly. I don't know if they want to work on this, dude. Ooh, Ace of Swords reversed too. Yeah, Two of Swords. Three of Swords again. I wondered if that would come out again. I don't even really think this person knows what they want, honestly. I think they're keeping some secrets too. I think they're being a little bit secretive and sneaky about something. Don't really know what it is they want exactly. I think they're being sneaky. They're hiding something. I think so. And honestly, I think for a lot of you, you're going to pick up on that really, really quickly. Really quickly. I was wondering if we would ever see this dude here. I was wondering if the Tower card would come out. Hey, man, it'd be like it. I'm going to tell you what. You bring somebody back into your life. Both of you better bring a new energy back to the connection. I don't care who did what. I don't care who's in the wrong. I don't care. Don't care. Two people have to bring a new energy back to the connection. Because the primary law is the law of vibration. All it takes is one person bringing the same energy back to the connection that they walked away with. And it's going to loop around and repeat the same cycle. That's why 99% of the time, when you see reconciliation attempted, it always ends up in a repeat cycle. Let's get the advice. What's the advice? Okay, well, okay. This is so hard to explain. Okay, so I'm going to explain this a little deeper than a lot of other people do. Try to have neutral expectations. A lot of people struggle with that. A lot of times when you tell someone not to have any expectations, they don't know how to do that. They either have really high expectations or really low expectations. Try to balance it out. Try to find yourself at a place where the worst case scenario wouldn't bother you. Right? If it just so happens that you've changed and turned into a completely different person, that's fucking awesome. But if you're still a sneaky, lying, deceitful sack of shit, well, then it is what it is, and I'm not missing nothing. I'm cool. I'm cool either way. You ain't gonna hurt me none. It'd be cool if it worked, but if not, oh well, it is what it is. Neutral, you know? And keep them at an arm's distance, too. If you don't think that you're at a place where you're okay with the best case scenario and okay with the worst case scenario, I probably wouldn't go near this person, honestly. I probably wouldn't. Anytime I've ever tried to bring someone back into my life, you know what I do? I keep you at an arm's distance and I watch you real close. And when I say I watch you, I don't just pay attention to what you say to me, right? Because of course you're going to paint this big grandiose picture in my mind, of who you are. You're going to lead with your best foot forward. I'm not paying attention to none of that. I'm watching every other aspect of your life. That's what I'm watching. I'm watching how you treat everyone else. That's what I'm watching. If you are still talking behind your friends' backs, right? Telling other people's secrets, lying to your fucking family, lying to your friends, you ain't changed shit. You can put on this little act in front of me, but when I see you still behaving as the same person to everyone else, then that tells me everything I need to know. You didn't change shit. You probably didn't even change your goddamn underwear. You probably got skid marks from the pandemic on your goddamn underwear. Every time. And every time, my experience, personally, that I've ever tried to bring someone back into my life, it doesn't take 2 months before you see their true colors bubble back up to the surface. And of course, they haven't changed. Of course not, you know. Still the exact same person that I walked away from. So be careful. Be careful, okay? All right. It's gear shifting time now. Let's see what's going on with the singles and the person that you're interested in. Single cancers and your love interest. How's it looking? Anything good happening? Anything bad happening? Anything happening at all? Uh-oh, Ace of Wands reversed. Oh, shit. Damn, dog. Looks like this. Looks like something nasty is popping off here. Looks like something nasty is popping off, and this whole situation is crashing and burning. And I think you feel it coming, don't you? You feel it coming, don't you? You feel the tension building and the pressure getting heavier and the tension getting thicker. It's building. And it's looking like it's right around the corner. For those of you losing sleep, worried that something's going to happen that makes this crash and burn, it's right around the corner. It's right around the corner. Okay, damn, dog. Some of you dealing with a Gemini. Okay, well, let's see. What are their feelings and intentions? I'm curious now. I'm wondering what's going on here. What's this person's truest, deepest feelings, energies, and intentions? But Nine of Cups. They want to be single. I don't think they want to be with anybody. I don't know. It kind of feels to me like they just want closure, honestly. They want to close this out. Who do they want closure with, though? This doesn't make any sense. This doesn't make no sense. I'm going to have to clarify this. There's all this energy of closure here and a karmic tie. But you all haven't even been together. So that doesn't make any sense. Hang on, let me clarify. I think there might be somebody else involved here. I don't have the card for that, but I have all this energy of some past relationship. So I'm thinking there might be somebody else involved here. Hang on a second. Death card, karmic wheel, judgment. That's closure energy there. And if you all haven't even been together, that can't be you. Hang on. Knight of Wands. Strength. Ten of Cups reversed. Yep, see, karmic wheel again. I think they're really, really focused on something from the past. Look, same cards, same two cards. I think there's a third party involved here. Third party involved. I think they're trying to find closure with a past person and not even really be in a new relationship. I don't even think they want commitment. I don't think so, dude. Looks like they just kind of want to be on their own. Yeah, past energy. Past energy. This is one of them weird situations where it feels like there's a bunch of really big missing puzzle pieces here. You know? And I know this is a general reading for the masses, but usually, the hardest part about reading for the masses like this is figuring out that sweet spot between not too specific and not too general. That's the hard part. Sometimes it's a little bit too specific. This right here is a little bit too general. And I guess usually when that happens, it's because the nuances and idiosyncrasies are so divided and scattered that maybe there isn't a general blanket that I could throw over every situation, you know? But yeah, that's about the only thing that I can say here is that they're wanting some kind of closure with a past person and they're trying to be single. Whatever. I guess let's get the advice. I don't like that. There's a huge chunk of something missing in there. Huge chunk. Well, I guess if that resonates and you get a personal reading, you can put the missing piece in the details if you want. Let's get the advice. Justice. That's a head over heart decision, boy. Head over heart decision. Don't ever fight to keep someone in your life. Every time, I don't know why, it digs up under my skin every time I hear that question. Should I continue to fight for this? It's like you never should have had to fight for it to begin with. It's not a fine line at all. It is a very definitive line. There is a very stark contrast between working on something and fighting for it. This right here is saying that this is a person that a lot of you feel like you have to fight for in some way or another. No, 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 no. The minute you have to fight to keep someone in your life, that's the minute the universe is trying to pull them away from you. If you have to fight for something, that means the universe is saying no. Working on something, okay, all day long. Even when you meet your divine fucking life partner, you're going to have to work on that. But fighting for it? Oh, no. No, 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 no. No. Nope, 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 nope. Absolutely not. Now, this is also telling me something pretty interesting here. Hang on. For those of you who do possess the emotional and psychological integrity and abundance to do what you know needs to be done, regardless of how it feels, you're going to level up. you're going to level way the fuck up. You're going to attract somebody in next year this time, next October 2026. You're going to be looking back on this person saying, thank you, universe, for not letting me get stuck with that fucking person last year. Thank you, spirit, for not giving me what I thought I wanted. I promise you that. The question is, do you possess the strength to do that? And that's different for everybody, you know? It's different for everybody. There's nothing, to me, there's nothing more sad than watching somebody who isn't strong enough to make a hard decision that serves their highest good. You know? It's sad, dude. It's really sad. Because I get it. I've been there. Trust and believe I've been there. I've had to walk away from some things that ripped me apart to walk away from. Tore my fucking heart out to walk away from it. But I knew it needed to be done. And it hurt like hell. Oh, it hurt like hell. Almost drank myself to death a couple of times. It hurt so damn bad. But it needed to be done. You think I regret it now? Abso-fucking-lutely not. Absolutely not. I do not regret one single fucking person I ever walked away from. Ever. There is not one fucking person who ever rejected me or that I ever had to walk away from that I wish was still a part of my life right now. Not fucking one. Not one. I wouldn't trade the person that I'm with now for any fucking human being on the planet. And that's what it takes. It's hard. Not everybody's ready for it. But when you're ready to make a decision like that, you level up. And sometimes you got to make a lot of decisions like that. And leveling up is like going up a staircase. But eventually you'll find that yourself at that place where you're looking back and kind of laughing. For real. I shit you not. All right, y'all. I feel like those were the messages that my Cancerian family needed to hear. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Now that I've got those of you tuned in here, I have an announcement to make, okay? I mentioned this at the beginning of the video, but the weekly live readings are coming to an end after this weekend. After this Saturday, October 18th, they're going bye-bye. Now, for those of you new to my channel, that doesn't mean that we're never, ever, ever doing it again. We're going back to the way we used to do it. Before this year, we would just break it out like maybe 2 or 3 times a year. You know, like for a holiday or a special occasion. For some reason, we decided to start doing it this year, and we've been going hardcore and strong since February. Every single weekend consistently. That's fucking insane. We need a break. We need a break. So after this weekend, we're stepping back. So if you want to participate in that, read up about it on my website. This would be the week to do it. You can pre-order anytime on my website. Right now, the list of pre-orders is pretty small. So any orders that do come in now will be in the very front of the line. But the videos still will remain on this channel permanently. So you can come back to it anytime you want. Look at the timestamps in the comments and go straight to your reading. So you can read up about everything else I have to offer on my website, and the link is in the description, all right? I'm out of here now, y'all. I will see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity. Stay blessed.